Okay, in this video, we're going to cross that first problem out. I don't like that problem. Okay, well, I'm going to do two examples. You have two problems to do. Something new arises here. It's not a huge deal. You just have to remember it. You deposit $2,200 on a bank account that earns 3% interest compounded quarterly. Compound quarterly means it's the percents divided up into 4 every year. And then not only that, it's then the multiplication is repeated 4 times a year. Okay, so percents divvied up into 4, and then that's multiplied 4 times a year. Okay, find how long it's going to take to earn $3,000. Okay, this isn't a huge deal. You just have to remember it is on the test. Okay, the setup's kind of the same per year. Now I'm back to having an actual percent. Now interest is 3, so plus 3%, which is plus 0.03. When they give you the percent, you have to write that in decimal form. Now, with the quarterly, you need to look for that word. If the word quarterly is there, you need to divide that then by 4. After it's been converted to a decimal, it has to be divided by 4. So it's going to be plus 0.0075, okay? Because it's divided into 4s. Okay, then it's a growth. All these quarterly problems are growth, okay? Not that it really matters, because if the setup's the same, we don't really have to worry that much about it, okay? Original. So that's one key difference. After that's a decimal, you got to divide it by 4. That's what you're going to add to your one whole. Okay, so remember that. Okay, so original amount of money, that's $2,200. And then the percent factor, remember we need to take one whole and add that. It's got to be that one though. So 1.0075. Now here's the other thing we have to do. Our power is still the years, but we need to parenthesize that, and it happens 4 times a year, so I need to put a 4 in front of that. Now I don't know the years here because that's the answer, so this is going to be 4x. If I'd have known the years, I would have multiplied it by 4, and that would have been my power. Okay, so that's your 2 key differences. Okay. You got to divide up your decimal percent by 4 before you add or subtract to 1, okay? And you also need to put a 4 in front of your years, okay? And then our new amount is 3,000. Okay, now this involved the x is here, not the variables here, so I want to write this so it's a little cleaner. Times 1.0075 to the power of 4x equals 3,000. Now, our variable is in the power, so you circle it, you split it, and you're going to use the log. So 4x equals log over log. Now, I know what goes on the bottom, okay? 1.0075 does. I don't know what goes on top because we have a multiplication factor out here of 2,200 that we need to undo by division. $1.36. Okay, so calculate what that is. Okay, 41, but I need to remember that I need to divide this by 4 then, because it's the opposite of multiplication, okay? So the answer is 10.2, so practically 10, okay? So again, you've got to remember that decimal is divided by 4, and whatever that quotient is, you add 1 onto it, okay? You also got to remember the 4 goes here, and don't forget then to divide by 4 at the end. Not hard, okay? Next one, you deposit $2,500 in an account that pays 3% interest compounded quarterly. Find the balance in the account after 5 years, okay? So dollars, years, dollars per year. Now there's no dollars per year, it's 3% every year. And I'm going to put quarterly, okay? It's plus because it's interest. So 3% is 0.03, but then we got to divide that by 4, okay? So 0.03 divided by 4 is plus 0.0075, and you're going to add a 1 whole to that. Okay, it's growth, it's adding, so it goes like this. So blank times blank equals blank. So you have your original. I'm not going to worry about labeling that. Okay, money original times percent, and then new money. And this is my years. But I got to remember that I got to put a 4 in front of that because it happens 4 times a year. So the original amount's 2,500. Percent, you just add 1 whole to the, not the 0.03. Now you're adding it to 0.0075. Okay, years is going to be replaced with an actual value. I have 5 years, so I put 5 in, and then I quick take 4 times 5, which is 20. Now the new amount is what I don't have, so that's a money amount, so that's Y. Y has no operations, you don't have to rewrite, you just go calculate it, and that's your answer. 2,500 times 1.0075 to the power of 20. $2,092.96.